Welcome back, guys, to another recap of Married at First Sight, Boston, season 14. Before we get into, I decided to go a little bit earlier live because I originally scheduled this for 6:30, but then I was like, all right, I'm done. I don't know if I could do this 2 hour watching twice. I like to watch these reality shows multiple times so I can kind of pick up what I missed. I can't do it with Married at First Sight, especially when I can't fast forward through the commercials. Damn you, Hulu. Damn you, Disney. Guys, don't forget to like this video if you haven't liked it already. Be sure to share this live, share it on your Twitter, send it to your cousin, send it to your husband. Let them know we are talking about Married at First Sight. There is a reason why I chose this particular thumbnail. I know it's from the after party, but these are the couples that I really want to talk about in their relationships. We will get to Noi and her annoying self. Oh, yep, I said it. I said it. Oh, Lord, let me take a sip, y'all. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Guys, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com. Don't forget to show some love to our moderators as well. We have a lot to talk about. But before we talk about those things, can we just talk a little bit of some hot topics? Because I have some really good news and then disgusting news. Let me take a sip. Let's start with the good news. Bad news? I mean, it depends on who you ask. So as you know, in a video that we did earlier, we reported on Candiace Dillard posting this very cryptic tweet. She posted this very cryptic tweet, but now our friends over at Entertainment Tonight, specifically Bryce Sander, who you know is sort of, okay, let's be real. I'm not going to even sugarcoat it with you guys. Shout out to Bryce. Bryce gets all the housewives tea. He gets all the housewives interviews because he works for Entertainment Tonight. But we also understand Entertainment Tonight, Bravo, NBC, okay. So according to Bryce, he's saying that it's not what we think. It's maybe Candiace just trying to get attention. I'm adding that little part. This is what he said specifically, though, in a tweet. Ooh, this is all over my head. See, when you plan something and then you change up the plan. So as you can see, Candiace's cryptic tweet from earlier today said simply, well, almost 24 hours ago, said simply, well, when one door closes, another one will open. And I said to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has anything to do with RHOP, but it would make sense because, as you know, they're about to start filming. They're about to start filming. But there are other things going on in Candiace's life besides RHOP, right? Don't be shady. We're trying to be nice. We'll be shady when the new season starts. But there were rumors that Candiace had been fired. And I told you I didn't believe those rumors. I really don't believe those rumors. Well, according to Bryce, as you can see in his tweet, he retweets her tweet and says, my sources, hey, Andy. Bryce, tell Andy we said hello. My sources tell me this is not what y'all think. Oh, wait, I'm putting y'all. You all think it means. Candiace has, quote, not been fired from RHOP. Look, when I reported on the story, I didn't say she was fired. It could have been Candiace saying, I don't want to do this anymore. It could have been Candiace saying, I want to focus on my music and my acting. She's actually a very good actress. I never really thought fired. If anyone's going to be fired for next season, oh, damn it, what did I do with that? You know my favorite picture of Robin. I don't know what I did with it, y'all. I must have lost it somewhere. I thought, the new season's over. The old season's over. I don't need to talk. I don't need that anymore. But damn it, I do. I'll bring it back. And you guys know, if you've been here a long time, you know what picture I'm talking about. And we'll get to Robin and Giselle in a second. So this is what Bryce is saying. It's not what we think. It's Candiace talking about something else. And I honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, well, that could mean anything. But it was just very convenient timing because of the rumors that were out just like a couple of weeks ago about her being fired. And I was like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We love to throw around the word fired in this industry, but it wouldn't shock me that she wants more money for this new season. She wanted more money allegedly for her last season. Michael says, sleepy tired, Rob. All right. we got to talk about some other Real Housewives of Potomac news. Before we get into this Married at First Sight recap, we have a couple of minutes. I told you guys 6:45. So it came across my attention. So many of you tagged me in it. Some of you sent it to me. Shout out to my girl Grace Report. As you know, Grace and I, we along with Layla Lynn, we recapped Real Housewives of Potomac last season. We had a great time. So my girl Grace, always finding the tea. If you don't follow Grace Report here on YouTube, you should. So first of all, Grace, I have a question to you. Did someone send you the clip, or were you listening to Giselle and Robin's podcast? I'll give you the side eye, Grace. But I'm glad you were, because if you weren't, we wouldn't find out that these ladies said the most derogatory things about James Harden. I don't know a thing about basketball, but I know who he is. I recognize his face. Well, they were on their podcast, Reasonably Shady, and they said some of the most horrendous things about this man, and derogatory things, and very stereotypical things. Let me just play for you what they said, because hold on. Let me. Not that photo. We will get to that photo in a second. Let me play this for you guys.
I'm not a grill
You're
girl.
not a griller? Okay.
No, I'm not I think grilling is for like very large football players. I envision anyone grilling that they're big, they're men, they have beards. Speaking of beards, okay. So there was a basketball trade from, I don't know what.
Okay.
You already know where I'm going.
Yes. You want to talk about James Harden?
Yes.
Going from the Nets to the Sixers.
But do the Sixers really know that's James Harden? Because no one can see his face. Because that beard is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. The other day, I was like, who is this dude? Oh, this is Harden. But how would you know? That beard is like down to his knees. There's fried chicken in the beard.
You know, it's so fun. I'm so used to it. I don't even notice it anymore.
But like that beard look.
Let's pause that for a second. Did you hear what she said? Is fried chicken in that beard? Let me replay it for you guys.
I've ever seen. The other day, I was like, who is this dude? Oh, this is Harden. But how would you know? That beard is like down to his knees. There's fried chicken in the beard.
You know, it's so fun. I'm so used to it. I don't even notice it anymore.
But like that beard look is gone. Are we done with that?
I don't think so.
Listen, his is horrible.
Not. Yeah. He clearly loves his beard.
He does. I want it to be gone.
I just hope it's sanitary. You know,
anytime I see them, I automatically know and feel in my gut that there's fried chicken in those beards. Fried chicken, grease,
watermelon. Now you're being racist.
There's some Colt 45 in there. Oh, no, watermelon. Now I'm being real racist. Okay. This is horrible. Let me just stop while I'm ahead.
Colt 45.
James Harden, I beg
some blunt. It's definitely some blunt.
It's some blunts.
Some ashes.
The whole thing smells like weed. I know it does. Okay, I don't even know if he smokes weed. We're really sorry. Harden, cut the thing off. Trim it. Yes, I feel like a beard.
I need to go look at it. I'm so I watch sports. I watch basketball all the time. So like. I'm like immune to his beard. Like I don't even see it anymore.
But after the beard gets like away from the face, like a half an inch.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that's the look.
But who started this look? Do you know who started it?
Who?
Osama bin Laden. And he is dead. Okay. So Harden, cut your beard. That's all I have to say about that.
So all of you were tagging me in this. Shout out to my girl Grace Report, who was one of the first people to report on this and highlight this. Again, Grace, I'm looking at you. Were you listening to them? Shout out to Grace. Oh my gosh. E-love, exactly. Elitism and colorism. So everything, look, and let me bring up Wendy, because Wendy said this to her during the season. So everything that everyone's ever said about you is true. Everything. They were so this is not an old recording. For those that are just joining us, I just played for you a recording from Giselle Bryan and Robin Dixon's podcast, Reasonably Shady, the latest episode. It's still up. It's still available. And they were just laughing. And Robin didn't do anything. She didn't say like, no, come on. Even at one point, Giselle even calls herself out and said, let me not be racist. Let me not be racist, and let me put this out to, I don't know how many people listen to it, to the podcast, so hundreds of people. We'll say hundreds of people. Really? Is that what we're doing? So everything that people have been saying about Potomac, about the underlying colorism that's on the show, you just proved them correct. I could not believe what I was hearing. And of course, Robin, just rides along. Sidebar, we did find out never mind. You heard this on the show. Robin found out later that she was more white than she was when she did her I don't know if she did 23andMe or Ancestry. She found out she was more white than she was black. Guys, you're just joining us. I just played audio from Robin Dixon and Giselle Bryant's podcast. That's on iHeartRadio and the Black Effect Network. I'm sure this story is going to gain some traction now that more people are finding out, because I'm telling you, no one was listening to the podcast. During their conversation, they were talking about his beard. They were referring to fried chicken and grease being in there. They mentioned watermelon. They were talking about drugs. I guess Dr. Wendy Asefo was right. I guess Candiace was right. Not that I was defending Giselle and Robin ever, but you just made it so clear as day. This wasn't old audio. This was their latest episode referring to this black man. Anyways, I'm going to move on because this is not why you guys are here. I wanted to talk about this because this had been brought to my attention. Again, shout out to my girl, Grace Report. She was the first one to report on this and highlight this. Again, Grace, I'm giving you the side eye. Were you listening to their podcast? I'm playing with Grace. We could play like that. Grace is my friend. Shout out to Grace Report. Guys, be sure to follow Grace, subscribe to her channel, and as always, cite your sources. So let's talk about Married at First Sight. If you're just joining us, we do Married at First every single week. I think I'm just going to have to watch it once. That's why this is why we're late today, because I was trying to do, of course, everything else that we do here on the channel, everything in pop culture. I did a live earlier today, Real Housewives of Orange County. Then I had to make time so I can rewatch Married at First Sight. I can't. It's 2 hours, and I told you, Hulu does not give me the opportunity to fast forward. So it's like really 2.5 hours between the commercials. And Married at First Sight, it's a decent season, but it's not great. Look, it's not great. Especially with our girl Alyssa gone. I'm joking. I will get over Alyssa. It still was a decent episode. We have a lot to break down. For the replay crew, let me know your thoughts, how you would rate this episode. I posted in the live chat a poll. I want to know how you would rate this episode. And based on 128 votes so far, a lot of you are saying you would rate this latest episode of Married at First Sight, Boston, between 4 and 6 at 49%. Ooh, we got a problem, experts and producers. We got a problem. Guys, we already have almost 250 people in the room. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. I do want to say thank you for those that do support the channel in this way. We appreciate you. Thank you, Zoe, so much for the super chat. Zoe says, Kempire, please talk to my boss. He has me. For a second, I was like, wait, what did your boss do? So he says, Kempire, please talk to my boss. He has me back to working at the office, meaning no more staying till the AM for your life. Oh, so I have to join the replay crew. Love you always, and we'll miss the live chat. Oh, Zoe, I'm so sorry. I know a lot of people are going back to the office right now, but don't forget your lunch breaks, guys. Your lunch breaks are yours. Take your lunch breaks. and that's why I try to mix it up and do, some of the afternoon lives and things like that. Don't tell me I have to start doing morning lives. Can I sleep in? Thank you, Zoe, for the super chat. Natalie, thank you so much for the super chat. Natalie says, thanks for the update, Kempire. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the super chat, Natalie. Hope all is well. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh, damn. Shanice says, I want to punch Olajuwon in the throat. I mean, he is crazy. We will get there. Let's start with the boring couples first. Let's start with I hate to say that. I really do enjoy Steve. I really do enjoy Steve. I don't enjoy Noi. I think Noi's immature. I don't think she's ready for marriage, like a true marriage. But there are plenty of people immature getting married every day. So here we are. This week, Steve does say, I love you. I honestly feel like she forced him. She forced him. Okay, she didn't force him. I'm being dramatic. She didn't force him to say, I love you. But I think he felt the pressure. He said that he was been in love 5 other times. I was like, if you've ever been in love 5 other times, good for you. I've never been in love. Just saying, real talk. I really enjoy Steve. I think Steve is a nice guy, but some of you said, no, Steve is unemployed. Steve doesn't want to work. You guys are a mess. Can y'all leave Steve alone? I think Steve is so sweet. So sweet. Okay, wait. Lisa says, just so you know, Kempire, there is a major Kanye fan going crazy in the comment section of your video on everyone who is not happy with Kanye's antics. I'll check that afterwards. Another thing for me to do. So when you guys think I say I'm not when I'm busy, look. But no, everything's in perfect time. I have to remember anything that follows I am becomes what you experience. I am grounded. Okay, here we are. Tira says he's a million. I wouldn't be surprised. He has that. I just don't get whatless. Shout out to my Jamaicans. I don't get lazy from Steve. I know some people really feel like Steve is lazy. I don't think so. Danielle says Noi is annoying and Steve is handsome. Is that it? Is that it? It is you. Shadi says exactly. Leave my guy Steve. Okay, my people are here. My Steve people are here. Shout out to Steve. I don't think he's lazy. He's worked. He's worked in an industry where he made a good amount of money. We don't know what he's invested. And he's still freelancing. Technically, some people would consider what I'm doing as unemployed. How dare you? But those people that you think unemployed probably have more money in their bank than you do. Not you guys. You know I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other people. Sister on the Move says, I find Steve down to earth and not a scumbag. I mean, unlike Olajuwon. We will get to Olajuwon in a second. We will get to Olajuwon. I'm so glad that my energy's up. Sometimes right before a live, I never know how I'm going to feel. Because sometimes leading up to it, I'm just like, oh. But then you guys are sending me good energy and good vibes. So thank you. You guys give me life. Thank you. And these reality stars give me life sometimes too. A mess. So that's all I really have to say about Noi and Steve this week. She's still annoying. He says, I love you. I feel like that I love you was a little pressured because they were having those exercises talking about, have you ever been in love? And she's just sort of looking at him like, I told you that I could see myself falling in love with you and you still haven't said it yet. Yet you've said it to 5 other people. Girl, you met the man 3 weeks ago. I think they forget about that. Yes, you got married, but that's the experiment. But in all reality, not everyone's going to fall in love in 3 weeks. You might get to decision day and still not be in love. Like Olajuwon said. I mean, that was the one thing I agreed with Olajuwon. I think far too many people say I love you very easily. And they don't understand the power of those words and the depth of those words. So I only agree with him with that. We will get to Olajuwon in a second, y'all. I can't even defend my Taurus brother. I think I'm done with Taurus. I want to be done with y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, Micah says, Noi on the girls meetup was so cringe. He loves me. Oh my God, he loves me. I know it. I did enjoy not necessarily when the girls met up, but when the guys met up, because they looked like they had a good time. And I've never seen a game like that. I want to play that game. And that was another time that we got to see a competitive side of Mark the Shark. Now I understand why they call him Mark the Shark. It's not because he's like a shark. It's because he is like a mark. He's I was like, okay. And Steve was impressive too. He was very competitive. We already know Olajuwon's competitive. And poor Michael was like, damn, you got me right on my side. Oh, Jasmina. Let's talk about Jasmina. Let's talk about Jasmina. So last week I had your back, Jasmina. Last week I was like, he lied. I mean, I haven't forgotten, Michael, that you lied twice. No, 3 times technically. No, twice. We'll say twice. Who knows how many times this man has lied? But he also shared so many deep, dark, personal secrets this week. Not even secrets, just his story. And this is a reminder that when you encounter people, be it in the comment section of my video or just in the world, everyone has a story. Even if you don't know that story, and that story could be a lot of trauma. And it seems as if Michael has been through a lot of trauma, a lot of loss. And they re-talk about it. Jasmina brings it up during the after party, and they're all on the stage crying because he's experienced a lot of loss in his life. His parents. And it really made Jasmina, tear up as well. And she says in that moment, she held back her tears because she wanted to be strong for him. No, I think you should have just let your tears flow so that he knows that you care for him. Because sometimes I think Jasmina can come across a little cold. Speaking of cold, Jasmina, I tweeted this. This is why you should follow me on Twitter, y'all. Because when I'm watching these shows, I will tweet about them at TheKempire. She's talking about his tone, but I'm listening to her talk to him. I'm like, what about your tone, Jasmina? Your tone was very like you're telling him to speak to you in a certain way, and I agree, but you can't speak to him in a certain way, and in the moment, he's not speaking to you in that way. You're the one speaking the way that you're accusing him of speaking. I did not love that. Wonderful Daisy says, yeah, Jasmina comes across as the ice queen sometimes. No, Danielle said that Jasmine is the downfall of that relationship. I don't think so. Remember, this man lied about having 2 female roommates. It's not one person's fault in a relationship, be it on reality TV or be it in real life. Everyone plays a role. And I honestly believe both of them. I don't feel passion between them. No matter how much they're trying to sell it to us on a camera or in these interviews, I don't feel passion between Michael and Jasmina. I don't see them having things in common. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't get it. I honestly will be surprised if they make it to the end. I feel like we're going to see some things in the upcoming episodes where we're like, okay, here we go. They're not going to make it. I don't see it. I don't feel the passion. You know how we saw the passion with Woody and Imani, right? Congratulations again to them. They're expecting their first child together. Like you got it. You got the fun. There was a natural chemistry. None of these couples have natural chemistry. Not even Katina and Olajuwon. Katina, blink twice if you need help. Yeah, Amy. Yeah, they are expecting. Sister on the Move says, a little cold Kempire? Child, she's frozen tundra. Not a tundra. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, who seems abusive, Tyler? Because I already know who I think I'm getting abusive vibes from. Okay. Anything else I want to say about Jasmina and Michael? Michael really exposed a lot of his trauma this week. Jasmina showed a very hypocritical side of herself this week. I thought he was really trying to be sweet when he got gifts for her dog, which she apparently loves so much that the first night when in their apartment, she was like, I got to go be with my dog. And it was a sweet dog. She does have a sweet dog. But that turns into an argument. I just feel, I don't know, Jasmina. I don't think Michael's innocent, y'all. As I said to you before, he plays quiet on camera. But we already know he lied about his roommates. I think he still needs to be in therapy for it because I think he's still dealing with some trauma. Why, Marva? You called him Isaac. His name is Olajuwon, but I know why you called him Isaac. Uh-oh. I guess we're all on the same page. All right. let's move on. Let's move on. We don't have that many couples, thank God, this week. Who do I want to talk? Let's talk about these two first. Mark the Shark and Lindsey. As you know, last week we had to watch that very cringeworthy fight that they had at the bowling alley in front of the couples. She was clearly drunk. She went into the bathroom and she said some really nasty and hateful things. I don't know if you could get away from those things. They apparently are able to and move on. I couldn't be in that relationship. I would be like, today's my decision day. I was like, you heard, I mean, I'm not sure if he heard everything that she said, but some of the things she said to him is so terrible. Well, this week, they're exploring more about their relationship, the things that they like. She feels like he's giving a certain persona on television. I think Mark the Shark does have issues. I think he needs therapy. Definitely needs therapy. Because some of the things that he said about his old relationship, going back to other, terrible relationships because that felt comfortable. I was like, so I wouldn't be surprised on decision day that he's like, oh, I want to stay with Lindsey. Really? Did you hear the things she said about you? It wouldn't shock me if he decides to stay with her because that is his pattern. I really like Mark. Mark is probably one of my favorites on the show besides Chris. Bye, Chris. I put that up and I was like, oh, Chris is no longer there. We miss you, Chris. We don't miss you, Alyssa. Look. Dom says, look, there is nothing wrong with therapy. Dom says all 10 of those mofos need therapy. We all need a little therapy, but some need it more than others. Some need it more than others. Hold on. I'm trying to read all your comments, guys. Hold on. Chris would have had fun at the guys. Oh, why you had to say that, Micah? We were already missing Chris. I was waiting for Alyssa to pop. So she could be on camera? That helped me to stay away. I do enjoy that they've added this element of the couples interacting together over the last few seasons because I feel like it's necessary because they're in this sort of like experiment. Even though they're in the real world now, they need that support because they're all having relevant issues in their relationships and feelings. So I think it's important, even though Lindsey rubs a lot of the young ladies the wrong way. Even Jasmina in the recent after party, they almost got into it when they were talking about Katina. But I got exactly what Lindsey was trying to say, but I also understood where Jasmina was. Here I go twerking on the fence, always. But I get where Jasmina just like, I'm not trying to say she doesn't deserve better. You have to watch the after party if you didn't watch the after party. If you watch the after party, you know what I'm talking about. Because they were talking about Katina and Olajuwon. As you know, Olajuwon, we've enjoyed Olajuwon. When we first saw him, we were like, red flags, red flags, red flags. And then last week we were like, I don't like the fact, well, I was like, I don't like the way that he was dancing up on her at that first day he met her. I also don't love the fact that he expects her to cook for him. And we said, who's been cooking for you now? Like, why is that an expectation? This is not 1922. Why is that an expectation? I mean, I would love it. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I would love it. Whoever I'm with wants and loves to cook, but it's not a requirement. Can you order? Do you have a phone to order? Do you know how to order? Do you have money in your bank to order? I mean, I have some too. I'm just saying. Steve. I'm just saying. It's okay. Amy says it's 2022. He can order HelloFresh. But you still got to cook that. That's why I said you could order something. I don't love to cook. You already know. If you've been following the channel for a while, shout out to our over 95,000 subscribers. Thank you. We appreciate all of you. Oh, y'all keep calling him by his alter ego, Isaac, tonight. Nancy says Isaac is a classic narc. Yeah. Lord. JMM says Ola is trying to get out of that marriage by pushing Katina away. She needs to run because Isaac is coming out soon. I can't believe it's taken such a turn. I don't know why I'm shocked every time I watch these reality shows, how they take us through the motions with these characters. I mean, they're real people, but we love to call them characters here. So Katina reveals in this episode that she has been in an abusive relationship before. And I think we all could tell that based off of her behavior over the last few episodes. It seemed as if they were getting along very well, but it also felt like she was taking a back seat to her own feelings in the relationship. Like she was always trying to please him because he's such a big personality. And I do think that Olajuwon might be a nice guy. However, look, where's my Olajuwon photo? Hold on, y'all. I guess it's unimportant. Y'all know what he looked like. Look, y'all know what he looked like. Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. I was like, where's my Olajuwon photo? I'm so glad he cut off his hair. Y'all right. It looks better like this. But you could tell Katina has been trying to be something that I don't think she's necessarily is. I mean, I can agree with him. We all grew up very differently in regards to how we keep a house. He wants it to be clean. He's like, I can't go to my bed with the house dirty. But he has so many expectations for her. It's like, okay, what are you bringing to the table? What are her expectations for him? And I just feel as if, why do we have all these expectations? This is who I am. Accept me for who I am. Somebody hit the Mary J. Blige song. That's a good album. Sorry. Conchita says, red flags. Red flags. Zoe, thank you so much for the super chat. Zoe says, counting down to 100K. What do you have planned for the celebration party? Zoe, why are you trying to spoil surprises? Why are you trying to spoil surprises? Stay tuned. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on. What did Micah say? I want to see it. Wait, Micah says, it's going to be like that all the time. You took out the trash. You want celebration or what? Kiana says, the fact that Katrina, that's not her name. You know what her mama said in the first episode. The fact that Katina tries to cook should have been appreciated, not ridiculed by Isaac. Y'all call him Isaac this week. I have not seen you guys call him Isaac this much in so long. Wow. I guess maybe because he was acting like Isaac this week. He learned the secret about her past abuse and had no issue putting her down. Ooh. IA says Ola is trying to break down Katina. He wants his wife to worship him. You want to see Katina be broken down as the weeks go by. Katina was stronger week 1. I really dislike that dude. And here's the thing. You teach people how to treat you. Because she has been so easy to, just do anything that he wanted. He's continuing. He's like, oh, you'll do that for me? Oh, so I'm going to take a little bit more. I live by that quote. You teach people how to treat you. And that's exactly what's happening with Katina and Olajuwon. It's very uncomfortable to watch. We saw little signs of it in the earlier episodes, but we really got to see it this week. Sidebar. Was he high? I looked it up. It's legal in Massachusetts. So this is not, I'm just asking. His eyes looked a little red. He looked a little bit more. I'm not even an expert. I'm becoming an expert from watching these reality shows. We were just talking about this during our Love is Blind recap yesterday. Was he high? Was he? His eyes were a little red. They were a little droopy like this. And, maybe he needs it. He said he has ADHD. He's a little bit more active. Maybe he needs it. Oh, okay. Melissa says he was very high. Mm-hmm. Yes, he loves his child. Them eyes were red and squinty. You guys are a mess. Oh my gosh. Shanice says he was acting too freaking crazy. But even being high, allegedly, he was still annoying and still just like nagging her. And he says, you know, he said a lot of gaslighting things. I was just like, you are a manipulator. And Katina seems like she could be easily manipulated. I fell for Katina this week. I really, really fell for Katina this week. But it seems as if she's repeating a pattern of behavior that she has in other relationships, which makes complete sense when you think about when you're a part of this project on Married at First Sight. You are literally going through the process. This is what I want. This is who I think I am. And of course, if this is what you've been doing, that's what's going to show up in the person that they think will be good for you based off the things that you like. Elove says, Kempire, I would have snapped the F out on Olajuwon. He's abusive and overbearing. Katina needs to run. Couldn't be me, child. Oof. Actually, Aubrey says, giving narcissistic vibes. Lord. Kachita says, someone nagged him to be a certain way, and he's repeating the behavior. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with Olajuwon. You know, we were not pro Olajuwon because we've always sort of saw it, but there is a good side to him. I just don't like the way that he's treating Katina. I don't like the way he's treating Katina. I just had a thought. Do you think producers are like, oh, we lost our other villain. We need you to be more of we need you to turn this up a little bit. We need you to give us a little bit more, Olajuwon. We've been so desensitized by reality TV. We can't even watch reality TV anymore and really enjoy it. We're always thinking the producers are behind it. Zoe, thank you so much for the super chat. Zoe says, I was Katina for 4 years. It's sad. Oh, I'm sorry, Zoe. Thank you, Auntie J. Appreciate it. Vernetta says, how will Isaac act? Y'all are really calling this man Isaac this week. I have not seen you guys call him Isaac like this. How will Isaac act when it's really bad? He's a drama king. Ooh. Oh, I think I need to drop the call-in link. You guys have a lot of opinions today. If you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Married at First Sight, Boston, season 14. If you've missed any of our recaps before, it's worth going back. It's worth going back. We even had Ebony K. Williams from The Real Housewives of New York pop in because she's a big fan of the show as well. So many of you are big fans. If you're part of the replay crew, let me know your thoughts on this episode, how you would rate this episode. What did you think of all the couples? Let me know. Every once in a while, I get a chance to go through the comments. Okay. JMM says, Ola never impressed me. He talks too much, and I feel that he was fake. Yes, drama king. Apparently, see, this is why I got to stay single or make y'all meet my boo until y'all can be like, no, red flags, Kempire, red flags. But I have to say, everyone that I've ever been with, although we're not together anymore, not as bad as these people. I've never been in an abusive relationship. But look, I think they know. I learned a long time ago, you teach people how to treat you. You ain't going to treat me like that. Just saying. Auntie J says, I watch you often from the bushes. Shout out to everyone in the bushes. I appreciate that, especially those that are sending love. Those that are hating, thanks for watching. You're still helping the channel. We appreciate you. It is a subscribers only live chat, guys. So if you would like to chat with our shady subscribers, be sure to subscribe to the channel and of course hit the notification bell. And if you haven't already, join our Texan community. Shout out to our international subscribers. I think I am going to start a Discord so our international fans can get notified when we go live as well. But even if you would prefer the notification from Discord, we're going to set that up. And let me know in the comments, guys, if you think that's the best way to do things. But if not, join our Texan community for now at TheKempire.com. Again, that is TheKempire.com. Okay. Frederick, thank you so much for the super chat. Ooh, there we go. Frederick says, Isaac Ike Turner can only hide who he is for so long. He's cute, though. He is cute. But I said this before, and I'll say it again. You keep looking at the physical, you're going to end up in relationships where you get your feelings hurt because the personality isn't there. Look, I'm a Taurus. I love pretty things too. But I also understand with maturity, personality goes a long way, and personality can make you look at someone like, oh, you're sexy. That's why when I was looking at Noi, even though I'm gay, whatever, even though I'm gay, I was looking at Noi. I was like, you know what? Your immaturity, your wanting him to say I love you before he really gets to know who you are. That is so unattractive to me. Intelligence, groundedness, drive, those things are attractive to me, along with the physical. Physical is great, but as you all know, physical can fade. Just saying. And it can fade faster than you think. I told you I was swiping through Tinder, an experiment for the Tinder swindler. I was swiping through Tinder, and I'm like, this person's younger than me? This person's my age? No shade. Just saying. Drink your water. Drink your water. Oh, wait. I saw a comment that okay. Guys, we have almost 400 people in the building for our Married at First Sight recap. Let's get to 150 likes. I'll drop the call link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts on Married at First Sight Boston. And again, if you're part of the replay crew, I want to know how you would rate this episode and what you thought of this episode. And what did you think of Olajuwon's behavior? We're only down to 4 couples because, as you know, Chris and Alyssa, I'm a good person, is no longer part of the show. I kind of miss her. A little bit. But I said before, I don't know if I could deal with Alyssa the entire season saying, I'm such a good person. I need her at the reunion, though. I definitely need her at the reunion. Are we not going to have them at the reunion because they didn't make it through the entire process? We need them at the reunion. Because there are certain things that we need addressed. Just saying. Micah says he has such high expectations like Chill do. We just met 2 weeks ago. But I feel like that's also annoying. That's why Annoy's annoying to me. Because I feel like she wants Steve to say, I would never want someone to say I love you because I pressured them. Because that's not genuine. I feel like she pressured him to say I love you. She also loved the fact that how upset he was and how his voice was shaking when she left the house. So you know what he just taught him? Or no, what he just taught her? Oh, I'm going to do more of that behavior. I'm going to do more of that behavior, and I'm going to get my way by doing that. Because she got a reaction out of him. She got the reaction that she wanted. Oh, he really loves me. Tara says, unpopular. I love when you guys start your comment like this. Unpopular opinion, Olajuwon is voicing his expectations. I think Katina should do the same. He was rude, though, when she told him about being abused. I agree. I get what you're saying, Tara, because I think he has certain expectations. I don't know about the cooking stuff, but a cleanly house, there's certain things. You live a certain way. There is a way to say those things. There's a way to, it just comes across on television to us. Every week, he has expectations for her, and she's not saying anything about what she expects from him. So it makes it seem as if he thinks and she thinks that he's a perfect person. He's not. Terry says, Alyssa and her ability to fold tissues into our origami swans. Sister Oda says, I've seen a couple who divorced early and they did return to the reunion. Okay. I couldn't remember. But regardless, I just wasn't sure if Alyssa would show up. I can already see Alyssa stepping off the stage like she did on the after party. I need Alyssa to stay there and just continue saying, but I'm a good person. No, you're not. Look, no, you're not. Lisa says, you mean Kimberly? Pressure. Maybe she should have come with gifts like Kimberly. Guys, if you don't watch our Tuesday takeover where we talk about some other reality shows that we don't get a chance to talk about any other time, You should. Every single Tuesday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And we talked about that already this week. Kimberly from 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Kiana says, no, Alyssa. Come on. We need closure. Right? Look, right? All right, let me drop the call-in link because I see that you guys have hit our goal. But guys, don't forget to like this video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. We're going to take some quick calls, and I'm going to wrap it up because it's been a long day. I have so much to do. For those that are going to be asking, no, I am not doing the Real Housewives of Miami watch party tonight. I just have way too much stuff to do. I need to learn how to set up boundaries. The same way that Katina needs to learn how to set up boundaries, I need to learn when I need to say, I just need time to myself. So that's what I'll be doing. Time to myself. Micah says, the door is closed. Miss McGee says, good people just are. They don't consistently announce it like Alyssa. Well, she said it too often. If she said it once, okay. She said it every scene that we saw with her. Every scene that we saw with her. Yes, Fred. Boundaries. I got to set boundaries. Lisa says, I'm going to be watching Top Chef. Okay. Oh, there's just so much reality TV. I just can't keep up. I can't keep up. Any other thoughts? Let me try and think. Were there any other thoughts that I had about the couples? Lindsey and Mark. Lindsey she talks a good game. She talks a good game, but she's the first one to hit below the belt when there's an argument. So that's where I can't be like, oh, I like Lindsey, but no, she can be very nasty. And I've told you guys this from the beginning. She's one of those personalities you either love her or hate her. I don't know how I feel about her. Hey, Omar. Omar says, question. I wonder, did Ola do this with his exes since they were white women? So is he doing because Katina is a woman of color? I mean, good point. I wonder. But I mean, apparently none of his relationships have worked out, so that's why he's on the show. I mean, I'm going to continue to watch how this plays out, but at the end of the day, Katina needs to start setting some boundaries with him. I just feel her break down in this episode at the end, and it's like, But I feel like she's going to say yes on decision day. And I don't think she should. Dom says, Lindsey's terrible. Micah says, Lindsey and Ola act the same way. They both think they are so perfect. That is very true. And that's probably why they butted heads that first time on the plane. Because they're so much alike. Just saying. And a lot of people will view, oh, that's just Olajuwon because he's a guy. Oh, that's just Olajuwon. But if it's a woman, they call her, all kinds of names. But they're very much the same person. All right, let's take some callers because I got to get out of here. I got things to do. I got to pack. Bloop. I'm going to bring Danielle up. What's going on, Danielle?
Hey there.
What's going on?
Okay. Let's start with Olajuwon because he's like the hot topic. Yes, we want Katina to have a voice and speak up for herself. Everyone, I'm not defending Olajuwon. I'm just thinking about...
Sounds like you are.
No, I'm thinking about what I heard him say in the midst of his tone and him not just... I feel like his message wasn't delivered correctly. But when he said he needed to know if she could handle things, if he were to get injured or something, he's looking for understanding that she can step up to the plate and run the household. Can she pay the bills? Because when he said that at 30 years old, he has his own house and she's never lived on her own, I can see where he's going with that. Like, if something were to happen to me, would you know how to step up to the plate and pay the bills and do that? I've had girlfriends who, and shucks, I can say I stayed with my parents practically almost, well, not all my life because I'm still living, but I lived with my parents for a very long time as a spoiled child. I get it. So when I first stepped out on my own, I had to learn these things. And I was a lot older than most people who come straight home from college and get their own apartment. Maybe that's what he means, because if she has not lived by herself or had to do things, pay the bills by herself, save money by herself, the fact that you have to cook, you can't always go out to eat every single time, because actually as a married couple who's potentially going to have kids, you got to think about a budget. It's not a cheap world out here. You can't always go out to eat. Sometimes you do have to just put some franks and beans on the stove or whatever you might. I know it's so gross, but it was cute. Okay. But I think that's what he was trying to say. And the old school side of him, we all know those old school parents who you have to clean the dishes and clean the house before you go to bed. Why wake up to a dirty house? Like, I think those old school things are embedded in him, and that's what he was looking for. And if she doesn't know how to, I really, really, really just want her to speak up. I hate the fact that she's been in these toxic relationships and it's quiet her. It's shut her down. It's put her in a space where she's not.
Literally said that.
Yeah, and I wish that her reaction would have been the opposite. Like, you know what? I've been in that space no more. I am woman, hear me roar. I'm going to speak up for myself. I want her to find that backbone, that strength, the same strength that she has to speak back and jump down at Lindsey's throat. I need her to have that voice for herself with her man, whether it's Olajuwon / Isaac, whoever it is. I need her to have that voice for herself. Mm-hmm. Jasmina is going to be the downfall of that relationship, because where she keeps talking about Michael is raising, I don't believe Michael is raising his voice at her. I believe that the same stern black mother tone that she takes with him is the same tone he's giving to her. He's matching her energy, and she doesn't like it because she wants to control the story. She wants to control the narrative of their relationship. She wants to feel like,
you mean like the tone you're giving me?
I apologize. You know, I love you, but she irritates me. She does. And just when I watching her today and how she was talking to him, I was just like, girl, you keep telling him, he's literally sitting here asking you how he can communicate with you. And you keep saying you have to communicate, but he's asking you, how do you communicate? How do I communicate with you? Because everyone's communication signs are different. But she was missing that. She was like, you need to know this. No, I don't. I'm learning you. You have to teach me how you, just like we have love languages, people understand different types of communication. And she's not getting that. She's annoying. She irritates me. Noi, like you said, is very childish. She doesn't get, she's still stuck in bubblegum world. She's too stuck in high school sweetheart. She's just looking for the boy. I don't know if she's never gotten I don't think she's ever really been in love, honestly. I think she just
real love.
Like real love. I think that she thinks if a guy says I love you, that means he really likes her. He's never going to leave. Girl, bye. Lindsey thinks that she is the cat's meow. While we were sitting up here saying that our boy Chris could get some Invisalign, Lindsey thinks she's so hot and sexy she can use some Invisalign too, because she looked like she used to suck her thumb a little bit. She's not the best cat's meow, and she doesn't realize, in comparison to what she's had before, what's his name? Mark might be the best thing that she ever gets. Now, not to say that Mark is the best. Mark is a little rough around the edges, but Mark is trying. He listens, he's quiet, and she treats him like a child. She made him order sushi. He was like, no, let's take steps with that. He was like, I'm here. And that was like him trying to show you, hey, I'm trying, I'm still here. When she said she's checked out.
But I can also see how Mark could be annoying.
But wait, when she said that she checked out 99%, he still had hope. He was like, Chris, he's like, well, there's still 1%. He knows that she likes nice things. He had never eaten sushi before, but he was like, I know she likes this. Let me take her to a sushi restaurant. And what does she do? She bombards, oh, you're going to eat this. He was like, no, I've never done this before. Let me try this first, and then I'll grow to that. But she was so hell-bent on treating him like her son that she's so annoying. Mm-mm. Okay. I got it. Right. Yeah,
thank you. Bye. All right, we're going to take some more calls, guys. You're just joining us. We're talking about Married at First Sight, season 14, Boston. Natavia, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Natavia?
Nothing much. How's it going today, Kempire?
Pretty good. A little tired.
Right. I want to start with as well. Yeah, something is wrong with him. I do think that he is, like Omar said, I think that he is trying to sabotage her because he really don't want to be with a black girl. Ooh. And I think he's trying to push her so that she can cut up on him. And as soon as she cut up on him, he gonna say, this is why I don't date black girls. Like, now you acting like a black girl, or whatever the case may be. I think that's what he's doing, because that cooking stuff, when he first seen her at the wedding, He was like, "Oh, you ain't got to cook like that. Like I'll let you slide." He was not all into that. And then when they was at the bachelorette party, and he was like, if honestly, if my wife wanted to sleep with me on the same night that we got married, I would kind of judge her. But that night when he had on them dirty drawers, he was like, "I'm ready." He was like, "Oh, she can get it." Like he was down for it. And I think that because she probably didn't do it with him that night, I think now he feels like he want to be in control of her and take over that or something like that. Plus, I still think that he got the Vienna sausage thing going on. And he thinks she might cut up on him. Like, you trying to tell somebody what to do with that? Like, it's not even a joystick, dude. You can't control nothing. So I don't know. And then how he was saying, like, I swept half of her floors. Those not her floors. Like, she don't own the floors. And then, like, she didn't want to clean up after my party. That wasn't your party. That was your party. Y'all got them floors together. Like, why is he only just talking about stuff like she don't work? Like, you talking about cooking and cleaning, but she worked just like you work. You act like she don't work. She work like you work. And also, what other things do she have going on? Because whatever, she's always trying to appease you. What are you doing for her besides buying them old raggedy flowers or getting a producer to get those raggedy flowers at the honeymoon, and then thinking that, oh, Red Robin Hood shack was something like. And then how mad he got when she was saying like that she didn't really like the decor in the house, but you want to criticize her like to the core, but she can't critique you on anything without you getting upset. And I told you, Jasmina has a problem. Like, it's something wrong. She's the problem. Oh. She is the problem because
y'all gonna say Jasmina's the problem, and this man lied that he had 2 female roommates.
Kempire, he didn't lie. Like I said, he kind of omitted that he had the 2 female roommates. But if you want to put it in a technical sense, like I said, if she was talking about like females in general, like she know that he lived with females because he have all those sisters. So he didn't say, like, I think he thought that she meant like a significant other. And I think that's what she meant. I think that's what she meant too. But I also think that she knew he had the female roommates because she just kept like asking that in different ways, the same thing. Like, she knew I think she was going to be mad about it anyway. Whatever she had, it wasn't a big issue for her, but she wanted a reason to be mad about that. And she do need to get with Olajuwon. They should have hooked her up with Olajuwon so she could see what a tone is. So that she can see what somebody having a tone really is. Because when they was at the park, like, for what I thought he was crying. I don't know if it had started raining or something.
He was sweating.
Oh, okay. Probably sweating bullets because he's scared to say anything to her. Like, he like, tell me what's your form of communication, because apparently everything he say to her is a tone. Yeah. And
she had a tone during that conversation.
Like the friend said. And he done made that little bandana for the little Mr. Feeney and stuff. But like that friend said, you think everything is a tone. So basically what she's saying to him without wanting to say is that she don't want him to talk back to her. She don't want no back talk, and that's that on that. And also with Katina, like Danielle just said, she needs to give some of that energy that she got for Lindsey to Olajuwon, but Olajuwon and Lindsey both have this inflated sense of self, and they think they are something that they are not. And Katina, I guess she's scared to say something to but she take it out on Lindsey. Like, she just take it out on Lindsey. And I think that
Latavia, I have a long line of people I need to get to.
Okay, then I can end it there. That's it.
Thank you so much. Bye. Guys, we're going to take some more calls if you're just joining us. This is our Married at First Sight recap. If you're watching the replay of this, as always, I want to know your thoughts on what is happening this season. Are you still invested? Based off of the YouTube poll that I have, it's very close in regards to the rating. At 43%, you guys are giving it a 7 to 10. At 45%, you're giving it a 4 to 6. All right, Amy J, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Amy?
Hey, Kempire.
What's going on?
Okay, so I gave the episode a 10 today.
Oh,
I liked it. I liked this episode a lot, even though it was a lot of drama in between the couples. I liked it. Noy and Steve, I'm gonna go down through the group. Noy and Steve, I thought they were cute this episode. I do think she is a little immature, but I didn't see it as a big to do unless she like that whole thing running out the house last week. What's the other one? Lindsey and Mark. Lindsey, I am one of those people. If they not, when it comes to sushi is raw. That is a big jump in trying something. I was watching that screen. It was like, girl, if you don't take that man to a steakhouse and stop playing, that is a grown man. He's not going to be eating raw pieces of fish with white rice. Girl, that's nasty. Anyway, moving on. Jasmina and Michael. I have to say, because I used to work with young children, she is used to talking to kids and being authoritative. And I think it's spilled over into her regular life because her friends have said she has a problem with talking to people and trying to make them do stuff. And then Michael is saying that he can't communicate with her. It shows that how she talks and addresses people. It's almost as like you're in her classroom asking for a crown. She really berates you really quickly, and I don't particularly care for that. But I have to say, Michael's a liar, so I can't really be on your side. He lied twice. Okay. And it wasn't no small lies. It was like 2 whole roommates. Boy, if you don't get it together, move on. Olajuwon and Katina. Here's the thing. Olajuwon has said he has ADHD, and I am a person, a female with ADHD. His problem is he sees the world in black and white, and that's just how we are. We see right and wrong, and it is a problem. It's almost it's the major problem with socializing and how he communicates to people, because in his mind he has to get it one way, and it's like if you're not like a mess, you're overly ordered, like OCD. Like you're extremely OCD. So him talking about cleaning the apartment at night is important to his mental health when he wakes up in the morning, because he won't be in order. So I get, but the thing is, you're not explaining that to her. You are using your role as the husband to become the dictator. And that is a problem with a lot of ADHD males, especially if they've been through some type of military training or any type of drill or type of orderly work. They don't know how to turn it off. So I kind of fear for her, because if she don't speak up, he gonna run her ragged. I know that for a fact, because it's crazy. Because the way he's talking, I need a meal every day, and I need you to girl, wake up. He's not gonna stop. It's only gonna kick into high gear, because now he's afraid you don't know how to do it. So now he feels like he has to take the duty of teaching you, and that's the problem. So she needs to get that in order. I think I'm done with the rest of it, but other than that, it was a good episode.
Okay, you gave it a 10. All right, Amy.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Hey, have a nice day.
You too. I'm glad she gave the experience, because look, I don't have ADHD, so I'm glad that she shared her experience, and now it makes a little bit more sense to me. It doesn't make it necessarily right. He doesn't need to find another way of communicating with her if he wants this relationship to be successful. But now it makes a little bit more sense, and maybe that's why he was doing you saw the eyes. Maybe that also helps him as well. I should have asked Amy that. Amy, if you're in the chat, let us know. Zoe, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Zoe?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Am I clear?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay. Am I not yelling at your ear?
No.
Perfect. I'm not going to comment much on the episode. I'm just asking for a favor. Can you please watch Selling Sunset, the new season, and do the ultimate recap of it?
When is the new season coming?
Sometime this year, around March. I'm still waiting for the release date.
We are in March.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I'm like, can you please give me the release date? I'm waiting because I feel like you're gonna love it way more because it has like a little property and stuff, and you haven't done much of it.
I did start watching it. I just haven't finished. So now that you've given me the heads up, I'll get caught up, and then we will do it.
Who's your favorite castmate?
Say again?
Who's your favorite castmate on Selling Sunset?
It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. I'll let you know once I'm fully up to date.
I'm so interested to know who you like because I feel like we're gonna have a battle because I have one person I love so much and I feel like you're gonna hate the hell out of her.
So far, I can't think of her name. The one that's married. Well, the one that got engaged to the French guy.
Yes, the one that was pregnant and people are like saying she faked the pregnancy. She's my favorite. Oh my gosh, she's my favorite. So I'm like, oh, thank God you're on the same page. But we'll see how it goes because I thought you were gonna
see how that goes.
Anyway,
we appreciate you calling in.
Okay, babe. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.
Random conversation, y'all. I will get caught up on Selling Sunset. We did recap and do an ultimate recap of Selling Tampa. If I could watch that show, I can definitely watch Selling Sunset. They got renewed for 2 more seasons. But here are my final thoughts on Married at First Sight. Guys, if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel and pushing this video out to more people, very much like you, that enjoys this show, Married at First Sight. So far this season, it started off really good. I'm still enjoying it because we're still getting something, but 2 hours? We said this before. I don't know if we need 2 hours for these episodes every single week. That's a lot to ask of people every single week to watch a 2-hour show and be forced to watch commercials. If I could fast forward through the commercials, then I probably would be like, okay, I can deal with that. Because we talk about 90 Day Fiancé, but I watched commercial free on Discovery Plus. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, what are you guys saying in the chat? Oh wait, Amy says ADHD and anxiety go hand in hand. So weed is a popular drug used by those that struggle with the learning disorder. Thank you, Amy, for letting us know that. Okay. Micah asked the question. She says, where's that attitude Katina had with Lindsey for Olajuwon? She does need to step up and not let him overpower. I think I read that already. Amy says, oh yeah, yes, weed helps calm you down. I mean, I figured as much, but look, I don't know. See, Kiki, I can't on my damn Hulu Live. I'm gonna have to change it. I'm gonna have to find something else. Because it's annoying the hell out of me every single week. Because I like to watch these shows twice. Oh, Robin says you can fast forward on the Lifetime app. Okay, I'm gonna need to download that. I'm gonna download that. Thank you guys for the tips. See, we are helping each other. So those that are watching, you're like, oh, I didn't know about that. Thank you guys. Final thoughts on this episode. I wouldn't give it a 10. Honestly, I probably would give this week's episode I would very much like you guys. I probably be somewhere between a 4 and a 6. It wasn't really great. It really wasn't the greatest episode. I don't know about some of these couples. Noi, still annoying. Lindsey, still annoying. Olajuwon, still problematic. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen here, but I have a feeling Katina's going to say yes on decision day when she probably shouldn't. She needs separate therapy. Just saying. Thank you, Mocha. Mocha says, Kempire, if you get Philo, you can fast forward as well. All right, because I can't. All right. Some people, how you would rate it this week. I'm somewhere in between a 4 and a 6 for this week's episode. Guys, again, if you haven't liked the video, be sure to like the video. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be live for recapping the Real Housewives of Miami reunion. I believe it's 2 parts. But tomorrow we will be live. For those that usually watch me on TikTok for our watch party, we are not having a Real Housewives of Miami watch party tonight because I just need time to check out and rest. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Shout out to our team members of the channel. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com. Join our texting community at textkempire.com. And I will see you guys in the next video. More to come. More to come. Thank you to everyone. I will see you guys later. Tony said he do be looking high. Okay. Just this week, I noticed it. I don't know about any other time, but this week I definitely noticed it. But it is legal in Massachusetts. Just saying. Recreational. Just saying. Let me get out of here, y'all, before I get myself in trouble.
Yeah,
have a wonderful night, y'all. It's almost the weekend.
Yeah, I know. You was right and I was wrong. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. Hey, girl, I hate to see you cry, but that happens every single time we fight. Look, I'm far from a perfect guy, and I do anything to try to make it right. But you, baby, look, I know sometimes I act like I'm unbothered if I end up losing you, baby. You make me better, but we have this forever. I promise I will change. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. The energy ain't been the same, but if we work on it, we surely can regain. Look, I went and booked a private plane, a little vacation in Barcelona, Spain. What you say? Spend some time just you and me to rekindle a special little thing. Ay, I know we always want to agree, can't always have it my way, but I don't want you to leave. Please stay. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. I know. You was right. Hey. You was right and I was wrong. You was right and I was wrong. You was right and I was wrong. You was right and I was wrong.